Well, guys, I just got back from Lowe's and I feel like that I've been violated. I got a thing of insulation and a couple of things of spray paint, and it was like 80 bucks. Golly. But hey, we're over here today. We're gonna make a little bit of sawdust. I said that to say, before you go to Lowe's, check around for a local sawyer. Sometimes you can save a lot of money that way. Yeah, we've got a little dogwood log to put on the mill today. Let's go check it out. So here comes the fire truck. Let's see if we can get them. Yeah, there we go. It's old Matthew. Old Matthew driving the tanker down the road this morning. No lights and sirens, so nothing doing there, I imagine. All right, so from monster logs to mice logs. For a sawyer, there's really two ends of the spectrum where logs are really not profitable to saw, unless of course you're doing it for a friend or for yourself. And this is definitely on the bottom end of that spectrum. The logs that I was just sawing were really close for me and my setup, and for this mill, really on the top end of that spectrum as well. But this little dogwood log is, like I say, for a friend, JB Byers, Justin Byers. You guys may have seen him in a few previous videos, but he's actually just started a YouTube channel also. So if you're into woodworking and you like to see that stuff, you're interested in learning a little bit, he's a great resource for that. He does a lot of wood and resin type projects, so go check him out. I'll put a link to his page, to his channel, in the comments there. But yeah, we're gonna slice this dogwood into some 3/4 and 5/8 inch stock for him, and I have no doubt he'll make some pretty cool jewelry boxes or something such as out of that. So let's get to it. I wanted to show you guys this. I mentioned it in the last video, but it shows up a lot better on this little cant here than it did on that monster log. And I can manhandle this one a little bit better and show you a little quicker what I'm talking about. When you are sawing, you always want to pay attention to subtle shifts like that. That should not be rocked that easy. And of course this is a small cant, but you know, as the size grows, the force will increase a little bit, but it shouldn't do that. Here's your problem. That little piece of bark right there will throw everything off when you go to make your next cut. There's a little piece right there. So I always try to look at my bed rails, give them a little sweep, and then ensure that you don't have anything throwing you out of kilter on the bottom side before you let it sit. And then you should have it sitting pretty flat. You can tell it's not, there's not nearly as much rock in it as there was. Now, Wood-Mizer provided a couple of spots to clamp a cant. This is a clamp point. This is a clamp point. There's one right there. And then there's one on the back side of the mill right there. That allows you to cut down to a 1-inch board. This thing stands up just under 1 inch. So if you're running your blade at 1 inch, you knock the sawdust off of it and clean it off real good, but you don't hit it. I always give it just a little tug, like so, after I clamp something down, because if it does that, then when that blade's in it, it could do that, and that's going to wreck your day. I'd rather do it when I've got a hold of it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring my log stops back up a little bit, clamp it down, take a couple cuts, and flip it over again. All right, so what I did with those last two cuts right there is I gave a no rounded edge, a good square edge to both sides of this cant. A good crisp edge right there on this side and on this side, pardon my finger. That comes in very important when you're going to be cutting down to 1 inch using the stopper here, here, there, and or the one behind me. Now you've got good contact on this guy and on this guy, and you can bring your log clamp down to its lowest setting right here. And clamp her in. Now that'll clear. Something I will caution you about also though, is if when you're coming down to 1 inch and that's sticking up like such, it will sometimes catch the bottom of your blade guard on your sawmill. So be aware of that. Sometimes what I will do, and I will do it now actually, I'll take a scrap sticker, put it in between so that this rail, this clamp handle stays in between the rails, and then I can throw the chain on it. Now I always go under my bed rail with the chain. I make sure that my sawmill head's not touching anything in the end. There is our 3/4 and 5/8 dogwood. Oh, that last cut right there, it's got some cool flex in it. Oh, there you go, Justin. That's what you're looking for right there, my friend. Check that out. Oh yeah, that's what you're looking for, those flecks right there. You gotta love those. There you go. Dogwood. So I'm not saying you should never saw small logs. I'm just trying to help manage you guys' expectations. On a small log like that, you're not gonna get as much yield. It's not gonna take you as much time. On a larger log, like we did a couple weeks ago, you're gonna spend a ton of time and you're gonna get a lot more yield. For me, I found the sweet spot to be between about 18 and 24-inch diameter logs. That's me. Tell me what you guys think. Don't forget, hug your mama, kiss your babies, and until we see you next time, keep it dusty.